Houston Life. It is a beautiful day here in Houston, and it is almost spring break.
And we are hanging out with the elephants at the Houston Zoo,
including baby Kirby. Find out how the zoo cares for the youngest and oldest members of the herd. I'm getting a rare behind-the-scenes look today.
There are 64 different animals on the carousel here, one of which is believed to be unique to the Houston Zoo's carousel. We'll find out which one coming up on the show today. I'm a baby dinosaur! Hi, Mama! You can come and check out Jurassic Giants, take a walk through the dinosaurs, know what it would like to be living in prehistoric times. Plus, we are going to meet some real-life descendants of the dinosaurs. That's coming up today in our very special edition of Houston Life, live from the Houston Zoo.
From the Houston Zoo, Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Houston Life, live today from the Houston Zoo. It is such a beautiful day out here. We really could not have chosen better weather. Anthony Yanez is joining as my co-host today. And Anthony, the weather is expected to continue.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to be giving your forecast coming up in just a little bit about what you can expect for spring break. But this is a great place to spend a day with your family or with co-workers. We're going to see what Tessa is doing. She's been behind the scenes at the elephant habitat. We've got the elephants behind us right now in just a bit. But first we want you to meet the new guy in town.
Yeah, and that new guy in town, he made his way down to Houston from Denver. His name is Chuck, and as a member of the zoo team is about to share, he's a bachelor with an unusual habit. Watch this.
So Chuck came to us from Denver Zoo about a year ago. He came last May. He's a 16-year-old male, and he came because as a recommendation from the SSP. SSP stands for Species Survival Plan, and essentially they give recommendations for based on breeding. So he is unrelated to all of our elephants here at the zoo, which means that in the future, hopefully, he will be able to breed with any of our girls. Chuck has a learned behavior where he sticks some hay in his right tusk, and so he has actually passed that on to the little boys that are with him right now. Those two elephants, Nelson and Teddy, they have learned that behavior from him, and so he just kind of puts it in his tusk there, and then he walks around. It's just as a little snack for later.
Wow, I mean, it seems like a very good method. Maybe Chuck is onto something, Anthony.
I mean, this is pretty great right here if you just do this.
Some for now, some for later. We could even just tuck it in right here.
You could.
What do you say?
Actually, that's a great look right there.
That's a good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Now, while Chuck's pretty great, he's got some competition for the most exciting new elephant here.
Okay, so all of Houston probably remembers this. A brand new baby born only a few months ago. Obviously a favorite sighting for families coming out here to the zoo to visit. So Tessa has a look at this adorable addition to the herd.
Right now, guys, we have made our way behind the scenes to the McNair Asian Elephant exhibit. It is such an exciting time right now for the Houston Zoo because there is a new member of the herd. Her name is Kirby, and she's pretty incredible. I'm here with Alicia Andering, who is part of the elephant keeping team. Alicia, why is it such an exciting time?
Towards the end of last year, we had a new calf born, Kirby. She was born November 15th at 314 pounds. And she is just growing like crazy here.
A newborn at 314 pounds is pretty intense. How much does she weigh now?
So we actually got a weight this morning, and she is 644 pounds. So she's gaining about 3 to 4 pounds a day right now.
Well, how do you guys particularly care for a baby elephant like this?
So luckily we have a very experienced mom. This is her 7th calf, so she does most of the work so far. She has recently started sampling different foods that the rest of the elephants are eating, so that's when we start our training with her. So right now we're using soft foods like bananas, bread, and raisins, and really just getting her comfortable coming over towards us and taking food from us. She gets a bath every day, and we get her used to us scrubbing and touching her body, because eventually we want to be able to have her comfortable presenting her mouth, her feet, and help us with her medical care that way.
Shanti is her amazing mother, but other females in the herd also help her.
Yeah, so Elephants live in a matriarchal herd, so we have our matriarch Mitai, who plays a big role in taking care of all of the calves that we've had here. And then Kirby has a lot of older sisters and actually an older niece that live with her, and it's really cool for us to see them interact with her and them kind of learning how to take care of a baby as part of a herd since they have not had their own yet.
You said yet, that key word yet. We are talking about a new baby at the zoo, which is super exciting, but we also just met Chuck, who hopefully can maybe extend this family.
We do have some young females who in the future will hopefully be breeding options for Chuck.
That's amazing. There's a lot of girl power going on behind us, and we just want to say thank you so much. Bring the family, the kids, everyone out to see Kirby. She is so cute.
Okay, absolutely adorable.
Yes.
And by the way, we are told that your best bet of seeing Kirby when you come to the zoo is early in the day, weather permitting. That is when she is most often out in the yard.
That's great advice. And if it's been a while since you've come out to the Houston Zoo, you have to come out and rediscover it. In fact, joining us now is our friend, and this is a literal friend, Jackie Wallace. Jackie and I, we went to the Galapagos Islands together. Just an incredible worker, an incredible person here to represent the zoo. And I know you've got a lot to tell us.
I do. And if you haven't been to the zoo since you were a small child, maybe you came with your second grade field trip in 1988, this is a brand new place. You have not actually been to the Houston Zoo if that was the last time you've come. So we want everybody to come out and rediscover your Houston Zoo. We have added just in the past several years a Texas wetlands, South America's Pantanal, the Galapagos, birds of the world. This exhibit behind us, this expanded elephant area, was just opened in 2017. So everything you'll see here is new, and we're getting better every day.
Also, I've lived in Houston for 9 years. The zoo is completely different even from when I moved
Even
here
in those 9 years.
in 2016.
Right.
I love seeing and enjoying all there is to offer. And Jackie, what I love about the zoo is you're expanding your mission to make sure the zoo is even more accessible for more and more Houstonians, college students, and free Houston visitation days.
Absolutely. We are a zoo for all. We are Houston's zoo. And so we've had free days the first Tuesday of the month for as long as anyone can remember. But this past year, we have doubled that capacity. So you have to go online and register for a ticket. But we have taken that pool of tickets and doubled it for this year, which is incredible. All of those dates are listed out on our website. You have to log on, get your free ticket. Also, we've expanded the access to college students. 4 universities in the past have been able to come to the Houston Zoo for free, and now we've added all other local Houston colleges.
So if you're a local college student, you go online, make a reservation, and you can attend
Walk
for free.
in with your ticket, show your student ID for free.
And some of the video we're seeing now is the wetlands.
Yes.
And that's new too, right?
Yeah, Texas Wetlands opened in 2018 and is just such a star.
Well, Birds of the World, too. I don't know if our viewers remember a few months back when Birds of the World opened. I know that's been a very popular exhibit here. Flamingos happen to be a fan favorite of mine, but that really is a chance for people to see animals who maybe are not native to North America, who are not native to this continent. And that is part of the zoo's mission, right, Jackie? See them, save them.
See them, save them. That's right. And Anthony got to see some of that work right up close. When we opened the Galapagos Islands exhibit, we intended for it to look exactly like what you see when you go to the Galapagos, but knowing that most Houstonians are not going to be able to take that 12-hour flight to Ecuador to see Galapagos tortoises in the wild, so you can see them right here in Houston.
Yeah, and you can see the video right now. And the incredible thing about being in the Galapagos and then also seeing the exhibit here and the enclosure is the feel is exactly the same. And the artwork, the way
the rock work,
it's just a lot of us can't go.
Yeah.
But you get the feel of it here.
You do. And also underscoring all of that is our mission of saving animals in the wild. And through that whole experience, and when you go see our animals in South America's Pantanal, we want you to know that there are tiny things you can do to help save animals in the wild, from using a reusable water bottle to taking your bags with you to grocery shop or recycling your cell phones.
I know it's part of that 20-year relationship you've had with them.
That's right.
To really see them and then, of course, save them. Now, if you're coming to the zoo, make sure you pack your sunscreen. your reusable water bottles, and your old cell phones.
That's right. Cell phones and all small electronics. So think about your little point and shoot cannon that maybe you used to take out on a night with your friends that you then had to hook up to your computer to see what happened. Those you can recycle here at the zoo. There's a little mineral inside called coltan that is mined in the Congo. It is mined in Africa. And when we can recycle that mineral, we don't have to take so much from the earth, and that gives more habitat for gorillas.
Okay, Jackie Wallace, Houston Zoo. It's great to see you. We got to leave it there. And by the way, still ahead, how recycling those phones at the Houston Zoo can save gorillas on the other side of the world.
Thank you. Plus, a prehistoric adventure. Take a look at this. We're exploring some giants here at Jurassic Giants. Guys, look at this. They spit toxic mist out of their mouths. It's so much fun.
Oh my gosh, that is super cool. But first, gather your friends and sign up for Walk for the Wild. It's a 5K that raises funds for conservation and is happening on April 6th. So mark your calendars for registration details. You can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And more fun from the Houston Zoo is up next. Stay with us.
Well, welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life live from the Houston Zoo. Anthony and I are stationed right in front of these beautiful elephants, And you know, of course, a trip to the Houston Zoo for spring break also means a chance to travel back in time to the age of the dinosaurs, Anthony.
TXU Energy presents Jurassic Giants. It's here with 60 new dinosaurs, and our Mel Camp is among them this afternoon. Hey, Mel!
Hey, guys, can you hear them roaring? I think I've got a pretty good dinosaur roar going on. I've been hanging out here with the Jurassic Giants. This is a really fun new exhibit here at the Houston Zoo that is opening tomorrow. Wendy from the zoo.
Hi.
Don't be shocked by the dinosaurs she got. Did you get it? She's just Wendy from the zoo.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's going to be my new nickname.
That's your new. Oh my
No,
goodness.
we're super excited to open this exhibit tomorrow. We're going to be open through Labor Day. Be sure to come and check it out. Next week is going to be perfect. The weather is going to be ideal. Spring break, this is the place to be. Buy your value pass ahead of time online. It includes admission to the zoo, unlimited admission into this spectacular exhibit, if I do say so myself.
This is so much fun. I'm having a blast hanging out here.
Yes, it also includes unlimited rides on the wildlife carousel and a conservation bracelet. So definitely buy your tickets early. And if you sign up for a membership, it's also going to include this spring break and next. So little insider tip there.
Oh wait, this and next spring break.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a bargain.
It is a bargain. And members get a discount on admission into Jurassic Giants.
That's so fantastic. I mean, let's explore this little space because this is just part of it, but you can see there are a whole lot of awesome dinosaurs. It is so cool to see them. These are life size, right? This is what we would be walking amongst if we were in prehistoric times.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I love this. Oh, actually, speak of that, look at this. Can you see the brontosaurus? I mean, this is his tail. He's giant.
Yes.
It's kind of scary. I mean,
It is.
Imagine if you were just rolling around and planet Earth and
I
these
know.
guys were with you.
And just walking among the giants.
Walking
for
among the
sure.
giants.
And that is what we're doing.
And look at this. This is a really cool thing. I mean, this is an interactive exhibit. You can see what it would be like to be a paleontologist and come here and have some fun. So lots of cool things to do with the kids. And I wanted to come back to this one because you were saying, what's your favorite? You said the Stegosaurus is your favorite?
Stegosaurus is my favorite.
Okay, so that's the one over there.
That's over here.
And then I think I like the Spinosaurus. You may have seen him in Jurassic Park 3.
That's right. That's right.
This one looks so scary. It was a carnivore.
Yes. And we were talking earlier how much it looks like it could be an alligator.
Or a crocodile.
A crocodile, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. It makes you realize that, you know, a lot of the dinosaurs, they have descendants that are on Earth today. I mean, there is a dinosaur and crocodile. That's an obvious one. There's also the whooping crane.
Yes, birds are direct descendants of dinosaurs.
That's the birds that didn't get eaten by the bird-eating tarantula, which, of course, is another... Well, not a descendant of the dinosaurs, but Julie, this one would have been, or its ancestors would have been roaming the earth at the same time as the dinosaurs.
Exactly. So We've got a little debate about how long tarantulas have been on this earth, but we know from amber, pieces of amber that have tarantulas in them, they were around 100 million years ago.
Oh my goodness.
And that's just what we know. We don't know what we don't know yet. So these have been around a very long time, along with their friends, the true spiders that live in our gardens today.
Really? So even just the spiders in our home, in our gardens, they would have been, well, their ancestors would have been roaming the earth with dinosaurs.
Exactly, yes. So
That's
all
so
of these.
cool to think. Okay, so who is this? Now, she's actually just a young, not a baby, but a young tarantula.
She is. So she's only a few years old, and this is a female. And female tarantulas can live 20 or 30 years plus.
How big will she get?
So she's going to continue growing throughout her lifetime. She molts. She sheds her skin like a snake or a lizard would, and she can grow to be potentially the size of a dinner plate.
That would be so scary, and that's how she's able. When does she start eating? She actually eats birds. That's a real thing.
So we know that they sometimes can take a bird, but it would have to be an injured bird.
Okay.
They eat mostly other bugs. Her favorite meal? Cockroaches.
Oh my goodness. That is gross. That is so gross. I don't a cockroach, so she thinks they taste good. Okay.
She does, and we want that, right? That's pest control.
Oh, actually, that's the point. I take it back. You can come and live with me. Do you have a name for her?
Her name is Victory Arun, which comes from an opera. We like dramatic names for our tarantulas.
I mean, if you look like that, I think you have to have a dramatic name. Julie, this is so amazing. Oh my gosh, Wendy, this is a really, really fun exhibit. I've loved being here. I mean, all the dinosaurs. Guys, how cool. It's like living in prehistoric times. What do you think?
It is super cool. When I was a kid, I was so obsessed with dinosaurs, but to be able to see them out here at the Houston Zoo up close and personal, it's really good stuff. Hey, by the way, Anthony, I have heard that cockroaches are great protein.
Well, I mean,
delicious.
Obviously not for people, but hey, we'd love to bring those guys to our house.
Why not?
And clean up everything. How great would that be?
Good pest control,
And then when you get the zoo outside the walls, and you're like, hey, this little guy's going to go after it for a while.
I see where you're going with that, Anthony.
It's
well,
marketing.
listen, if you're planning a trip to the Houston Zoo, be sure to check out the Value Pass, which includes your zoo admission, entry into Jurassic Giants, and get this, unlimited carousel rides on the day you attend. That's awesome.
Yes, it's an excellent deal, and your purchase supports the Houston Zoo's work both caring for animals here and around the wild.
That work includes groundbreaking veterinary research, including a vaccine that is saving elephants just like Tess. We'll go behind the scenes and learn more when this very special edition of Houston Life returns.
Now, I'm really excited about this next story. Every day at the Houston Zoo, families can see the great care that goes into taking care of these animals that you see behind me. But there's even something more incredible about this. The collaboration between the Houston Zoo and, get this, Baylor College of Medicine.
Yeah, and this has been years in the making, Anthony. So our pal Tessa is once again joining us, this time to talk about a breakthrough vaccine that has the potential to save elephants both in the zoo and possibly one day in the wild from the potentially deadly elephant herpes virus. Watch this.
We're now in the veterinary clinic of the Houston Zoo, and I'm here with someone who played a key role in creating a vaccine that's going to help elephants all across the country. Dr. Paul Ling, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So it's been about 9 months since you helped administer a vaccine to 40-year-old elephant Tess. What is the update that you can give us on Tess since she's received the vaccine?
Right, so we do a lot of tests in the laboratory to look at Tess's response to the vaccine, to see whether or not it's acting the way in which we'd hoped. And all the signs so far are very encouraging for that. So after tests, we decided, the target population for these elephants are going to be younger juvenile elephants, baby elephants even. And so we vaccinated 2 additional elephants here at the Houston Zoo, Teddy and Winnie, 2 3-year-olds. When we looked at the response to the vaccine, it looked very much like Tess's response, so it was very encouraging. So since then, we've identified a number of potentially vulnerable elephants for this disease at least 4 or 5 other zoological institutions that house young Asian elephants. And so we've now administered this vaccine in those elephants, and preliminary results over the last few months are also very encouraging.
How many elephants have received it?
So far, there's been 9 elephants that have received the vaccine, and we're looking at scaling up beyond that in the near future.
How is everyone feeling? Are there high fives going around? What do you guys think? I know you still have to monitor the situation, but what is the overall feeling?
Not just high fives, hugs all around. So this has been a tremendous team effort. So we have our expertise at Baylor College of Medicine, where we leveraged a lot of the things that we do for human medicine to help these elephants. And it's gone full circle where all the expertise with elephants here, that both the clinicians, the veterinary technicians, the zookeepers, all brought in their own pieces to the puzzle. We couldn't have done any of this without the expertise at the zoo. So it was a complete team effort all around. We're making more of the vaccine as we speak, and so we hope to administer it to even more elephants throughout the country. Should in the coming years that we see good success with this vaccine, we're certainly looking at potential international partners. We also know that this disease may affect African elephants in certain situations as well. So again, many of the things that we're learning from what we've done here and all our collaborators is going to spread out to lots of other places.
Yeah, well, we're so thankful for the work you do, and thank you for giving us an update on Tess, and we wish you guys continued success, and we're, again, so grateful for what y'all do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go Houston.
Go Houston Zoo. Literally, go to the Houston Zoo.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. It is always impressive to learn about all the things the Houston Zoo does in the fields of veterinary medicine, conservation, and of course, education.
Yeah, that was a fascinating story.
Yeah.
So teaching guests about the animals, it inspires people to want to save them, which is why we are now joined by Wildlife Connections keeper Brian Stuckey with a very special animal ambassador. And Brian, this is what's known as a tenrec native to Madagascar, is that right?
That is correct. This is Violet. Violet is called a lesser Madagascar hedgehog tenrec. As you can see, she does have some hedgehog-esque tendencies to her, but she does also look a little bit different.
You were mentioning like it looks like a hedgehog, but it's actually not even related
Correct.
to the hedgehog. Who's it related to?
They're actually related to the big kids just behind us, the elephants. Not only are they related to elephants, but elephants and tenrecs are in this weird group called Afrotheria, and they are also related to rock hyrax, aardvarks, some shrews, and manatees, of all animals.
Okay, that is very surprising to me. And also, are these quills super sharp? I mean, you have gloves on for a reason.
I have gloves on for a reason, but it's more because of what's inside her mouth than what's on her back.
Okay.
Her quills can get sharp, but it's a defense mechanism, so as long as she's not afraid, the quills are actually much more in line with like a frosted hair tip kind of vibe, the gelled look from the 90s.
Oh wow, I had that look.
You know that look.
She's a little Justin Timberlake look. Can we touch her then?
Anywhere back here is absolutely fine.
What did you say about what's in her mouth though, Brian?
She has very, very sharp teeth. She's actually an insectivore, so she eats only bugs. And so she has very, very sharp little teeth. I've actually gotten a few close-up photos over the years, and she looks straight up like a vampire.
No. So she's almost like the animal we had on with Mel that eats cockroaches.
Similar, yes.
Okay.
And this is just one of the animal ambassadors. Essentially, are you roaming around the Houston Zoo, Brian? Like, how would someone have an encounter like this when they visit?
That is an excellent question. So we are actually paired up with our wonderful conservation education team, and they are the ones who take the brunt of going out and meeting not only everyone here at the zoo, but we also go out to schools and other event spaces with these animals. And our hope is that by showing these animals off to all of you here at the zoo and out in the world, we can encourage you to save the animals and their relatives.
So you were mentioning being related to the elephant. Size is not anywhere close, but there's something that this one holds a record for, right?
If it is, you got me.
Okay, I got the note here. You want to hear this?
Yeah,
They
I'm ready.
produce the most offspring of any mammal, having up to 30 babies at a time.
And here Violet is, just a forever bachelor.
Oh my gosh, hold on. 30 babies at a time.
Well, it's
Can you
according to my
even
notes.
imagine?
Where's Jackie? Is this right, Jackie?
That's a lot of babies to
Yes.
have. Well, Brian, thank you so much for stopping by Houston Life today. It's always
course.
fascinating and interesting to see you, and we'll see you again sometime with another animal.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always great to be here.
Look at just chill out and get flat a little bit. I love that.
A
look.
tenrec.
Yes.
Looks like a hedgehog, but it certainly is not.
It
Not
is
even
somehow
related. Hard to believe.
related to an elephant.
Okay, Brian
Yes.
Stuckey, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And little tenrec, it's nice to meet you. Absolutely adorable. Okay, so when we come back, have an old phone you're not sure what to do with? Well, Lauren Kelly's finding out why you should bring it right here to the Houston Zoo.
Well, don't trash or store those old cell phones. Bring them out here. How you can help save the animals in the wild by recycling your old cell phones is coming up next when Houston Life returns.
But first, come on down this spring break to see the birds of the world at the Houston Zoo and learn how you can save birds in your own backyard from now until June 15th. Texans are encouraged to turn porch lights off to help protect birds migrating at night. For more on the Lights Out Texas campaign, look for the link as seen on section of HoustonLife.tv.
And we will have much more from the Houston Zoo.
All righty, welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life, coming to you live at the Houston Zoo here on the Elephant Boardwalk. It's a great place to sit and see all of the elephants, but there's other areas with fantastic spots and views throughout the entire zoo.
Yeah, that is so true. Our very own Lauren Kelly is at another spot where she is learning about the gorillas and an easy thing we can all do to help save them. Lauren?
Well, it is a blast to come out here and watch the gorillas play in their outdoor habitat, but they've also got some special places inside to rest. And did you know that if you bring your cell phone, it can actually help save these animals in the wild? Here to talk more about it, Director of Sustainability, Collie, thank you so much for actually letting us on the Gorilla Boardwalk today. This is somewhere I have never been.
Awesome. Well, that's one of the best spots in the Houston Zoo in our African forest area. Glad you're here.
I want to talk about this, though, because I'm fascinated with the theory of bringing an old cell phone and recycling it here for a good cause. How does that help these animals in the wild?
Yeah, so basically, a lot of the materials that are in cell phones and small electronics, they are mined from gorilla habitats. So I got a few examples here, but and what you can do is basically by recycling your cell phones, you're preventing the need for future mining in those habitats. And even better, when you recycle your device through the Houston Zoo, the amount of money that's generated from that through our recycler when they either restore or recycle it, we don't take a cut of that. That money goes straight to gorilla conservation. So we funnel it to our partners in Africa that are helping save gorillas in the wild. This is a program we've had for about 20 years. And we collect over 1,000 devices a year, and all that money is going to gorilla conservation and, again, preventing that mining in their habitats.
I am pretty impressed that you still have this flip phone and the iPod from back in the day.
You should see what we collect. It's like a time capsule for like the history of cell phone development. So we collect more than just cell phones. It can be e-readers, tablets, navigation devices, gaming consoles, cords,
Even
smartwatches.
cords.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know everyone has those in their drawer somewhere in the back of a closet. I'm assuming you do too.
Oh, in the drunk drawer, yes.
There you go. Everyone has a junk drawer, so bring those into the Houston Zoo. There is a friendly competition among zoos and aquariums where we are trying to collect the most devices and raise the most money for gorilla conservation. We're always in the top 5, but we'd like to be number 1. So let's harness that competitive energy from Houston and help us be number 1.
Hey, HoustonZoo.org for more information on. You guys have like all that info on the page, but where should they come once they are out here to bring this? Is this just something they drop off at the front?
Yes, great question. So we have a bin that's outside of our front gate, so you actually don't have to buy a ticket and enter the zoo to do the recycling. We would love if you do, but you can drop off there in the front gate and we'll take care of the rest.
Okay. One thing I did just learn is they don't eat any meat. They survive. They're pure muscle, but they eat a lot of celery, a lot of fruits and vegetables. Look at that. I'm teaching you.
There you go. Healthy diet, low blood pressure, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So once again, bring those old cell phones, not the old cell phones, the cords, the tablets, anything, drop it off so they can help recycle, right?
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Okay, sounds good. Derek and Anthony, going to toss it back to you guys right now. Look at this view, though.
beautiful.
It's just gorgeous. And of course, recycling electronics is just one of several ways that you can take action to save animals.
Yeah, so there are actually several other super easy things you can do. You can buy ocean-friendly seafood. You can also plant pollinator gardens. So if you'd like to get started, we have posted a link to the Houston Zoo's Take Action initiatives on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, houstonlife.tv. And Anthony, we've mentioned a couple times, today has been such a beautiful day. The weather could not have been perfect. A little breezy out here, having some hair problems. But how long will it be this beautiful? A lot of people have spring break questions.
Spring break next week, I'm going to tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, it's not going to be as cool as what we're seeing today, but it's a great week. The only chance of rain that I have in the forecast right now is coming in on Saturday. So look at Sunday all the way through Saturday of next week. Now, there are a couple of days that are a little bit warmer. Today, temperatures are mainly in the upper 60s, so I mean, it's just fantastically cool feeling out here, especially in the shade.
Yeah.
It's a little warmer some days, but it's dry. The winds aren't terrible. It is a great spring break to come out to the Houston Zoo.
It really is. And you know, if you've lived in Houston for a minute, you know that's not always the case. Sometimes it's a little dicey, so take advantage while you can. And as Jackie mentioned earlier today, visit the website before you come out and plan your trip. Refamiliarize yourself with a map of the zoo and also get your tickets online. Book those in advance. It makes it super easy.
Yeah, so did you know the Houston Zoo is home to the second oldest what is that?
Yeah, the bull Asian elephant.
Oh, the bull Asian elephant. That's right. You're going to talk about this.
Yeah, it is fascinating. So up next, Tessa introduces us to Mitai and shows us the special ways the Houston Zoo cares for its senior elephants.
And later, we take a spin on the Houston Zoo's carousel and find out how many times it goes around on a typical Saturday during a busy summer season. I want to know this answer.
This is an interesting stat. Yes. We're going to find out the answer when this special edition of Houston Life from the Houston Zoo continues right after this. Welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life, live from the beautiful Houston Zoo. So, of course, next week, school districts across our area will be out for spring break. And if you haven't been to the Houston Zoo in a while, spring break really is a fantastic time to come on back.
Yeah, we talked about how perfect the weather's going to be next week. Now, if your kids want even more summer programs like Camp Zufari, that may be for them. This afternoon, we've been challenged from one of our camp crafts to create something that the kids would actually do here at the Houston Zoo.
Camp Zufari. So we have an example here in front of us of I don't know if we can make one of those. That looks very, very impressive. But we're going to get started trying to turn this clay into something that looks, I don't know, like an animal. Look, this is maybe a pterodactyl type thing with eggs next to it. But in the meantime, we're going to send it back to Tessa, who earlier introduced us to the adorable baby Kirby. Now she is showing us there are also some senior elephants who require a very special kind of care.
That's right, guys. Derek, Anthony, you know, aging is a privilege, and while Kirby is so exciting, we can't forget about the matriarch of the herd. Here with me is Kim Klein, elephant keeper here at the Houston Zoo. Kim, why is having someone like Mitai in the herd so important?
Mitai offers a lot of important aspects to the herd. She is the most oldest elephant in our herd. She's 55 years old, so she acts as the matriarch, so she helps lead the herd.
Well, that's amazing, but as she ages, her care kind of has to change as well. What type of things are you guys doing to make sure she has an even longer, healthier life?
Yeah, of course. So Mitai gets regular daily checks. So some of the important things that we do is exercise. We like to do stretches for the elephants to make sure that they have good joint mobility. Mitai weighs 7,000 pounds, and so that's a lot of weight on her joints for 55 years.
That's amazing. Are you guys doing the stretching? Is that some sort of elephant yoga? What's that like? How do you stretch an elephant that weighs thousands of pounds?
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. We'll use a target pole, and we train Mitai to lift her feet up in different various positions, and then she'll hold those positions. And then after she's done with that, she gets a special treat as her reward.
How does the elephant diet change, or does it change? Is it different for her?
Yeah, so diets can change. We monitor their weight. Every month we'll take an elephant weight, and depending on that, they might get extra grain, or they might get a decrease in hay or an increase in hay. Right now, Mitai is enjoying some bamboo, so that's one of the more special treats that they get that's really great for their teeth.
Can you just dive into her role as the eldest?
So Mitai will often be the first one to sort of form a relationship with the new elephants like baby Kirby. And then she can also assist new mothers. For example, we had Tupelo when she was a first-time mom with Winnie. She was very nervous, did a lot of pacing, wasn't very good at nursing. And as soon as we put Mitai into the stall with Tupelo, Tupelo instantly calmed down. Mitai kind of stood there and allowed Tupelo to start nursing. She kind of showed her the way.
That's incredible. There's so much to learn about Mitai, who is the oldest of the female herd, but there's actually an elephant that is older than her over with the bulls. Can you tell us about him, Kim?
Yeah, so Thailand is actually our oldest elephant. He's 59 years old. He'll be 60 right around Father's Day. And Thailand is also our largest elephant in the herd. He is about 12,000 pounds, so much larger than Mitai because males do get much bigger.
And fun fact about Thailand, he is actually built sort of a legacy around here.
Yeah, so Thailand has sired 8 calves here at the Houston Zoo, so he is very well represented.
Because you're in such close contact with the elephants day in, day out, making sure their health checks go okay, what types of fun facts can you tell us about her personality before we close up here?
Yeah, of course. Mitai is a lot of fun. She is the type of elephant that she doesn't trust a new person. You know, she needs to be won over. But once you sort of win her over, she becomes a favorite amongst all of the keepers. She looks for attention by purring, and she'll lift up her feet saying like, oh, please scratch my feet. I love it. So she shows attention to us, which is really fun.
Kim Klein, thank you so much for your time. And guys, come learn about some of these quirky behaviors by watching them here at the Houston Zoo. So much fun. Derek, Anthony, back to you.
Oh, it is so fun to learn about the different elephants here at the Houston Zoo. Now, while Tessa was sharing her story, we've been trying to create these unique creatures here at the Houston Zoo.
Yeah, and we had a very limited amount of time. I sort of felt like we were competing in Top Chef for Play-Doh. So this is just one of the activities kids can do during Camp Zoofari here at the Houston Zoo. Camp Supervisor Aaron Bird is here now with more. Aaron, you got such a cool job.
Yes.
And you were really looking forward to spring break, I understand. So this is just one of many things the youngins can enjoy.
Absolutely. This is just an example of tying everything that our Camp Zoofari campers get to learn about throughout their week here at summer camp and put it all together and use their mechanical skills and their creativity to build awesome creatures and just let their imagination fly with everything that they've learned.
Tell me the ages, because this was fun, but I was in over my head on this this creation that we did. What are the ages to come out to Zoofari?
Absolutely. At Camp Zoofari, we are so pleased to invite campers from ages 6 all the way up through 12 years of age.
Okay. And does a child or the parent need to register the child in advance?
Yes, there is a registration process. It is super easy. All you have to do if you're interested in registering your child for Camp Zoofari is to go to the HoustonZoo.org. It's our Houston Zoo website. Click on programs, and then Camp Zoofari is the first link that you'll see. All of our registration links are currently live, and there's plenty of space available for you to still get your kid in.
Aaron, now it's your turn to judge us.
Oh, we're being
tell us
judged?
how we did. So this is Aaron's creation in gray. So I made something that's also related to the elephant family and eats cockroaches.
Oh, I thought yours was from Star Wars.
No. And has a plume, kind of like a peacock, and a human face. And those are his eggs. That's what I made.
The human face. Wow, Anthony. And I just want to point out to our viewers at home, Anthony did his in about 5 seconds flat.
You can tell.
Panicked me the whole 4 minutes. And I made, well, I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking maybe it's a distant cousin of Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
It's octopus, sort of, from that family.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. And you know what? I just have to say, I love y'all's creativity. I love all of the different colors. We got some disruptive coloration, which is an awesome adaptation that lots of animals exhibit. And I also love that yours is oviparous, and it's an egg-laying species. So how creative you all were, and you did great with your time constraint. I had to make it a little bit challenging for you.
Wait, oviparous means it's an egg-laying species?
Yes, absolutely. Oviparous. So when you think of birds, any reptiles that lay eggs, that is what we refer to as oviparous.
Okay, so Aaron Bird, this is the guy you want teaching your young children, because not only is it fun, but it's educational. They're going to learn every step of the way. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, Aaron. Absolutely, my pleasure.
It's really, really cool. So register online for a look at camps for younger children and opportunities for teens as well right here at the Houston Zoo. We have posted links once again on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, HoustonLife.tv. Aaron, thanks again. It was really fun.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, so whether you are a kid or a kid at heart, the carousel at the Houston Zoo is very special.
Yes, we're looking forward.
Special and fun. You can take a ride on over 60 different animals.
More on the Houston Zoo's carousel when Houston Life returns.
But first, something for the adults as well. There are all kinds of events happening at the Houston Zoo throughout the year. We're going to have a look at some of them when this special edition of Houston Life returns right after this. Welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life from the Houston Zoo. All right, so as we mentioned, all year long, there are some really cool special events that happen here at the zoo. HoustonZoo.org will help you plan your trip. And on May 2nd, it's a very important night. You got to mark your calendars for Feast with the Beasts. It is a night with the animals. There's live music. Of course, there's food. And it's always a fantastic event. So buy your tickets early, and it's fun for the adults.
Yeah, and I want to say, getting to come out here with you and with the Houston Life team has been just so much fun. And to be able to be here with the elephants, I mean, it's just such a great time.
It is. It is. Any afternoon, in fact, watching the elephants is a good one because we're such big fans. And while we are enjoying our view right here, Lauren and Mel were headed this way to join us, but now I hear they're just sort of going in circles. What's happening?
Yeah, we'll be there shortly, Derek, but we couldn't resist a ride on the Houston Zoo's carousel.
You know what? This carousel was first opened in 2004, but it was completely refurbished just a few years ago.
There are 64 different animals represented on this ride.
And did you know this carousel is the only carousel that we know of in the world that has an armadillo?
There's also a yellow lab which was installed in honor of a previous zoo director's beloved pet.
Did you know that last year over 221,000 people rode the carousel, which is basically the same amount of people it would take to sell out NRG almost 3 times.
And on a typical Saturday in the summer, the carousel will run about 100 times, going around about 750 times.
That is a lot of spins, and you know what? It's all for a good cause. Every carousel purchase goes towards helping raise money to save animals in the wild, like the elephants.
Okay, we're going to circle around a couple more times, and then we're going to head back to your way, Derek and Anthony.
See you soon! Bye!
I always love a carousel ride. So 750 times around every single day.
There was a lot of math there.
I got dizzy just watching that.
I was like, I just wanted an exact number.
Multiply. Okay. Anyway, no Houston Life special would be complete without some treats. Am I right, Anthony? So I hear they're going to hook us up.
Oh, really? Seriously?
I think so.
Okay, look, up next, some goodies sure to satisfy your sweet tooth when you come to the Houston Zoo for spring break.
I don't know if we can wait until after the break to give in, but stay tuned. Houston Life will be right back.
This is going to be an empty table when you get back.
All right, that just about does it for this special edition of Houston Life from the Houston Zoo, but we have some friends who just joined us.
Yay!
Jackie Wallace from the Houston Zoo, Mel Camp, Lauren Kelly. We've had such a beautiful time out here today. And Jackie, what a great spread your team has brought for us to enjoy.
Yeah, there's always something new to see and eat at the Houston Zoo. Our chefs have been really busy in the kitchen coming up with some exciting new offerings. We've got a pub burger. We've got 2 different kind of conchas. This is a taco with fried avocado and brisket.
Wow,
it looks so good.
Wow.
And these pretzels, I literally saw 2 different people in my office this morning who had pretzels for breakfast because they were so good. I'm going to give you this concha.
Ooh.
And that's for you.
Okay.
Anthony, you've got one down there.
Here.
Lauren,
Okay.
you guys have one here. There's Fruity Pebbles on there.
You take a bite
It's
and tell me your reaction.
insane.
Oh, okay.
In our gift shops now, you can find all kinds of dinosaur merch for your dinosaur lovers in your household. Also, we have margaritas for all summer long.
I like that you just look straight
I know,
at me.
I'm sorry. Margaritas.
Jackie, thank you very much.
And of course, St. Arnold's beer is always available at the Houston Zoo.
There's ice cream in this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
great.
There's an ice cream concha. Oh
That's
my gosh.
fantastic. Hey, and when it comes to the gift shop, too, I know there are a lot of fun toys for all ages, but even adults, the merch is so good. I feel like the apparel, the shirts, they get better and better every year.
Yeah.
HoustonZoo.org.
Yes.
is once again the website to visit. Jackie, people can purchase their tickets there. And a reminder, if you're just tuning in, there are free days at the zoo. And if you are a college student attending a university here, you can attend for free, but book online first.
Book it online. We'll see you this summer.
Good stuff. All right, y'all. What do you say? Is it lunchtime or what?
Oh my God, best day ever.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Anthony Yanez, for being part of our team. We had a blast today from the Houston Zoo. HoustonZoo.org. Plan your visit. We'll see you soon.